This neighborhood makes yours look like Astor Street.
Well, this was your recommendation, Ray.
Link's the best bindle stitch guy in the world. You got a problem with your footwear, you bring it to Link.
I agree. These boots are as good as new. It's probably the best $125 I ever parted with.
You know, that's something I'll never understand. Why anybody would spend $125 to fix up a sneaky old pair of Mountie boots.
Oh, Ray. Properly molded boots are a Mountie's prized possession. Well, that and his horse.
Well, we're not picking up your horse.
I don't have a horse. I mean, not here.
Well, you know, you ought to think about getting one, because I'm getting really tired of driving you around.
Ray, that was a gunshot.
Yeah, if we stop for every gunshot we hear in this neighborhood, we'll never get home. See? I'm off duty! You're off duty, and unless somebody shot a moose, you have no jurisdiction! Oh, pardon me. Excuse me, young man. You're carrying a... I'll get the shooter. I'll get the shoot, D.
Hold on.
Give it up, man. I can run all day. Don't let me take you down, man.
Who did this to you?
Nobody.
Hold it there.
Call 911.
Help! Sir, help! Is there a phone nearby?
Drop the weapon. Unless you can fly.
I hate this neighborhood!
Put your hands on your head.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly. Let's just hope my car is still there.
Ray, this was worth it. We saved a life, you made an arrest, and the neighborhood is a safer place. Oh, dear.
What?
My boots are gone. It's okay. Excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of boots. RCMP regulation issues. I suppose you wouldn't be familiar with... They're just like the man on the horse is wearing, only mine are somewhat older and therefore more faded. Well, no matter what you may think, I remain undeterred. I'm convinced that somebody took them in for safekeeping and that they're spending as much time looking for me as I'm spending looking for them. Excuse me, sir. The residents of this unit would appear to be home, yet they're not answering their door.
Well, ain't that a shock?
Were you home yesterday at the time of the incident?
Man, let me tell you something. I didn't hear a thing.
Well, actually, I'm looking for a pair of, Right. Let's go. Are you deaf? I mean, I know you are literally deaf. Oh, forget it. All right, come on. I'm not having any success. Let's see how you do. Or would you rather go back to knocking on doors? Yes, I see what you mean. These sneakers don't breathe quite the way my boots did. Okay, pick up the center. That's it. Good boy. Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, you hunting moose or something?
I know, boots, actually. You wouldn't have seen someone wandering around.
Yo, check it. I can give you $200 Nikes for $50.
Well, now that offer sounds almost too good to be true, but I'm really only interested in boots. So thank you kindly. Ethan Baker, for God's sakes, you're tracking the wrong thing. You're tracking my feet, not my boots. You know my feet were there. My boots were... Oh, forget it.
Yo.
Good morning.
Yeah, look, just get in the car.
Well, actually, I don't need a ride.
Look, Lou would like to talk to you, man.
Do I know Lou?
First you meet him, then you'll get to know him. Get in.
Very well.
Hey, no dogs in here, man.
He's a wolf.
Man can't walk down the street in this part of town without getting harassed.
You were running.
I didn't see no foot traffic speed limit.
You were carrying a gun and running from a shooting victim.
He say that?
You know as well as I do, he didn't say that.
Look, I was carrying a gun so I wouldn't wind up a shooting victim.
Right.
All right, baby, here we go. With that pig, baby. Here we go. Oh, it's their drives lane. Oh my God, reverse layup. Did anybody stop this teenage dynamo mom? I honestly don't think so, Dick. Play the game, Ricky, not the crowd, man. Let's go, come on.
Where y'all find him? You see that?
Fine play.
A hot dog. A punk. They're gonna be double teaming him in 8 seconds.
Are you their coach?
Hey, these kids, they are hope. I'll watch out for them. I provide the ball, a few burgers, a place to stay if they need it.
Come on, man.
You can look at me as a corporate sponsor. Check out the sweats I got.
It's very magnanimous of you.
Magnanimous. Hey, I'm a magnanimous kind of guy.
Inside, Reggie. Look for the ball. Over here.
He's so dependent on his setup, man. He's not here, he just freaks.
Where is his setup, man?
You busted him. So who are you? What do you want?
Benton Fraser. I'm a Mountie.
Why they call you that?
Well, it's short for Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
So you're mounted.
No, we mount horses on occasion. Perhaps you're familiar with the musical.
Then in all factuality, aren't the horses the mountees then?
No. You see, we are mounted on top of horses. It's historical.
So my people's tell me you've been snooping around where the shooting went down. You looking for something?
As a matter of fact, yes, I'm looking for my boots.
We'll let you know if we find anything.
And it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Get it in the Reggie! Reggie! Purdue, see that garbage? You're gonna be sweeping up your pop's barbershop for a long time in your short, stupid life.
It's good news, Ray. He didn't do it.
No. Not this time.
Not what this time?
Look, somebody shot someone, right?
Yes.
And I have responsibility to catch that someone that shot the other someone, right?
Yes.
And if I catch that someone, it's good news, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if that person turns out to be the wrong person, does that mean that there was no shooting?
No.
Does that mean that no one was almost killed?
No.
Does that mean that there's one less bad guy in the world?
No.
Right. It just means that the real bad guy is still out there instead of locked up somewhere safe. So by you coming in here and telling me that our guy is innocent, this is just not good news.
I'm sorry. I see what you're driving at, and I stand corrected. It is bad news. He didn't do it.
Look, Frazier, kids from that neighborhood, generally speaking, end up doing one of two things: basketball or crime.
Tyree plays basketball.
Well, they all start out playing basketball, but if one of them is lucky enough, he'll make it to Division I college ball. But if he's not talented enough, if he's not tall enough, if he's not dedicated enough, he's going to wind up like that kid and make life miserable for everyone else.
Ray, please, look at this.
What's that supposed to be? Evidence?
The shooter wore this.
Well, let's hope that's not all he wore. Greg, different shade? Different material?
Actually, no.
Then bag it and add it to my case file.
Ray, left-handed.
What's left-handed? The thread?
No, the shooter. Aren't you even interested in knowing how I know the shooter's left-handed?
Indulge me. What hand?
I know what you're thinking. He hasn't made one right-handed shot.
Is this your way of admitting you're wrong?
No, it's my way of suggesting the young man is extremely dedicated. He's practicing his weaknesses, not his strengths. He's making left-handed shots because he is right-handed.
All right, I'll buy that. Explain this. Ballistics report. Gun matches the bullet that went through the victim. Your boy's fingerprints are all over the trigger.
Well, we know he held the gun, Ray, because we found it on him.
Home page. Paraffin test. Gunpowder blowback all over his hands. He fired that gun, Frazier. All the tests match him to the shooter. So for the next hour, I'm going to treat myself to thinking that he's the guy.
Ray, what if...
Look, 60 minutes, all right? Just don't talk to me for 1 hour.
I'm not asking you to tell me the truth. If you had wished the truth to be known, then I think you would have been more forthcoming with the authorities. So obviously you have reason to fear the truth. But I think you're in some kind of trouble. Well, manifestly you're in trouble. You've been charged with the capital crime, but that's not the kind of trouble that I'm actually referring to. You know, it might help perhaps if you simply told us why it is you're not telling us the truth. And of course, if you were to tell me why you're not telling us the truth, that would probably indicate what the truth might actually be, and you realize I'm not actually asking you to tell me the truth.
Do you talk English?
Canadian, actually.
Yo, Tyree!
Perhaps we could speak later.
Don't count on it.
All right.
Hey, Reggie. Thanks for the ride.
Hey, the least I could do for a fine young man with a noble heart, helping to assist his friend achieve personal greatness.
That was him.
Yes.
He's out.
Yes.
He made bail.
Yes.
Well, where did the punk get the money?
I lent it to him.
What's wrong with your pal, Vecchio? You can't think straight without his boots on?
Well, I don't believe the loss of my boots affected my ability to think, Detective Huey. However, now that you bring it up, if you should happen to see my boots in any course or
I don't, Constable, because you don't even want to think about where I'd like to put them.
Pipe down, Jack.
In case you haven't noticed, your popularity rating around here is at an all-time low.
The young man is innocent, Ray.
No, you think he is innocent, which is still no reason to bail him out by yourself. Now, the next time you do something like that, you want to run it by me first?
Well, I would have, but you told me to stay away from you for an hour.
Detective, thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule to confer with me.
Anytime, sir.
You must be even busier since your Canadian friend decided to release that dangerous felon that you worked so hard to incarcerate.
I'd like to explain that, Lieutenant. You see, the young man has an extremely important basketball game scheduled.
Oh, I see. So if Charles Manson had a kazoo concert scheduled, you would have bailed him out too?
I don't think so, sir. Furthermore, I believe that the evidence will support my theory concerning the young man.
Well, why don't we let the courts decide that, Constable? You see, he's due for a prelim in a few hours, and if he doesn't show up, you are out a lot of money. And you are in for a long, long stay in my doghouse. Understood?
You know what? You did Lou a good turn, baby. You his man. You know you my man, baby. And the good times are gonna roll in the clubhouse tonight, Marv.
Well, these fellas have earned it, Dick.
What, man?
Such an idiot, Reggie.
And you?
I can afford to be an idiot. I ain't going nowhere. You got these college coaches licking your Nikes, man. You got a future. Me, all I got is a messed up shoulder. Now, what coach is gonna give me the time of day?
Poor baby. Let's be out, man. Come on.
You see that, Benny? The next 5 blocks down is the turf for the 2-4 Dragons. Now, if you're not a member of that gang and you cross this street, you're going to wind up getting shot. Now, that's what happened to Taylor Thomas, left-handed threat or not.
But Tyree was not the shooter, Ray.
Then why was he carrying a gun?
I don't know.
Then why did he shoot the gun?
I don't know.
Then why did he make me chase him?
Well, I haven't figured that out yet.
Ah, at least we're getting somewhere.
Yes, it's encouraging, isn't it?
Rebound!
Give it to me, dog.
Here we go, baby.
Oh, that's too bad for you.
Set it up for me, baby. Set it up.
Go ahead, man.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about right there. 1-2 punch, baby.
It again, man.
That's it.
Tyreek, come here a minute.
The bullet was extracted from the wall here, which would mean that the gunman had to be where you're standing.
Because this is where you found the thread.
It had rained earlier that day. The wind was from the southwest, yet the thread was dry. There was no sign of mold. Also, the footprints at the site would indicate that a man approximately 79.5 kilos stood there sometime after the deluge.
Well, that could have been anybody. Now, here's how I see it.
What the hell you think you're doing? This is my hood.
Tyree fires the first shot and misses. The victim fires back, misses by a mile, hits a garbage can. Tyree fires again and nails him. Bada bing.
What did you just say?
What?
You said, bada bing.
Yeah, don't they say that in Canada?
No, just listen to the sound of that. Bada bing.
What?
Well, remember back to yesterday. The first 2 shots had the same sound. The third shot was the bing. See, your scenario doesn't hold up, Ray. The bing was the shot that hit the garbage can. Not the second shot. That was a bang.
Oh, the judge is going to love this. Your Honor, we have no case because the bang is where the bing should have been.
The sounds don't lie, Ray.
All right, then tell me this. How does the bang being where the bing should have been
No,
have
that's
anything...
the bing being where the bang should have been.
But what does any of this mean that I busted the wrong guy?
Perhaps Tyree was with a left-handed man.
And yet the mounting just bailed you out. Just out the goodness of his heart.
I don't know. Man, Tyree ain't gonna say nothing.
Anything.
What?
Anything. Tyree ain't gonna say anything.
Oh, right.
Where'd you go work on your jump shot? I'm worried, Tyree.
Got nothing to be worried about, Lou.
You doing court.
In a couple of hours.
I want you there. I want this over. I want you to just plead it out.
Hey, we got finals tomorrow. Go work on your jump shot, Reggie. Tyree ain't got to be there for you to show your stuff.
But Purdue's gonna be there. Hey, Isaiah Thomas is gonna be there.
Yeah, right.
Nah, for real, everybody says so.
Reggie, and you gonna make us all proud. Tyree or no Tyree, this man got business to take care of. Ain't that right, Tyree? Ain't that right?
Yeah. Yeah, Lou.
All right. Tyree, Junior, you a juvie. You gonna do light time, man. I'll look out for your mom, make sure she okay. When you get out, you and me, get you some protection. You be making big money. Isaiah Thomas. Need Isaiah Thomas some other time. Thank you.
Ah, ma'am.
I received a call from Lieutenant Welsh at the Chicago Police Department.
Good man, fine commander.
He was less enthusiastic about you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He mentioned that you had bailed out a gang member who's been accused of attempted murder.
Yes, ma'am. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way shortly to attend his preliminary hearing.
Is there a good reason why you're not standing at attention, Constable?
I beg your pardon?
You heard me.
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that?
Do what?
You moved the garbage can in front of your feet.
Did I?
Are you hiding something, Constable?
No. No. Yes.
You're wearing sneakers.
I lost my boots.
They're not yours to lose.
I understand that, sir. It was in the process of saving a life.
With your boots?
No. You see, the seams had become frayed, and to be frank, I was less than enthusiastic about my prior cobbler's mastery of the bindle stitch.
Is this going to be a long story, Constable?
Quite a long story, yes, ma'am.
The life you saved, was this person a Canadian?
I shouldn't think so.
Then you're paying for the new boots yourself.
Understood. It was boom, bang, bing.
What?
It wasn't bang, bang, bing. It was boom, bang, bing.
Look, Benny, I know what I saw. I know what I did. Now, I'm going to have to tell that all to the judge, and if it goes against the kid, I can't help that.
Ray, please, just try to remember. The sounds are all stored in here, so just clear your mind. Imagine, say, you're on an ice floe. You are thousands of miles from any conceivable distraction.
Is this an Eskimo trick?
No, Inuit. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right, now, put yourself back at that moment. What do you hear?
The entire Chicago Police Department laughing at me?
Ray, please, humor me.
All right.
In the matter of Illinois versus Tyree Cameron, case number J87965, how does the defendant plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I was the arresting officer, Your Honor. He didn't do it.
Yes, I did.
No, he didn't.
How do you know that, Detective?
Because,
It was boom, bang, bing, Your Honor.
Yo, Tree, I think you and Lou need to talk. Move it.
I'd like to protect you, Tyree. Really, I would, but you shouldn't have been walking away from that courthouse in the first place.
Lou, it's the Mountie and the cop. They're not letting me take the fall for this. They're not leaving it alone.
That Mounter know something, Tyree?
Nothing. Not for me, though.
He been asking a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if he was to find out anything, that wouldn't be good. I mean, you gonna let that happen to your friend?
I'm not gonna let anything happen. I'm gonna do the right thing.
No. You worrying me, Tyree.
Nothing to be worried about, Lou.
There is one way you can eliminate my doubt and eliminate my worries.
All right.
Trevor. Give him your piece. Show me where you stand. Do the mounting.
Vecchio, sometimes it seems like you make a full-time job out of destroying your own career.
I see how you can think that, sir.
No. This is not a talking time. This is a listening time. Your job is to respond to crimes and arrest the offender, not to become a public defender. Now, your friend Fraser bailing this kid out does not make any sense to me, but I've learned to expect it from him. But you, standing up in court, attempting to have the charges dropped, that is nothing less than insanity.
Sir, insane is a very harsh word.
No. The harsh words have not yet begun. You have not yet begun to hear how I feel about you being involved in a drive-by shooting in front of the courthouse.
Lieutenant, new information has surfaced suggesting that Tyree Cameron was not the shooter in the incident and that the shooting was in self-defense. I had to make that information known to the court.
And what would that new information be?
Well, at first we believed the shots to be bang, bang, bing. But after further reflection, we came to believe that the shots were boom, bang, bing. Sir, with a little time, I now believe I can track down the real shooter.
Well, that's great, Vecchio. Because a little time is about all you got.
Sir, are you gonna eat all these cold cuts?
Tyree's not here right now.
This is his room, but he hasn't been here since yesterday. Why'd you have to arrest him anyway? Tyree's a good boy.
Mrs. Cameron, I may be old-fashioned, but the way I figure it, good boys don't carry handguns.
I'm not defending Tyree having that gun.
Does your son know Mr. Lou Robbins?
Everybody knows Lou.
Mrs. Cameron, I understand your reticence. Is your son a member of any gang?
He plays basketball.
This isn't the first time he's been in trouble.
Tyree lives by his own rules, but he is a good boy. Only been arrested once.
Only once?
Fell asleep on the subway.
That's a crime?
Oh, it is if you wake up in Lake Forest, gotta walk 5 miles through white neighborhoods. He tries. He works on that basketball court. But he ain't got the body to play pro ball ever since his shoulder went out on him. Tried at school. But there, even the teachers don't pretend a boy from here can make it to college. What's a young man to do but get frustrated?
You have any idea who he might have been with yesterday?
Yeah. He had to practice, like, every day. Lou takes him out for a meal afterwards.
Yeah, he's a regular prince.
It breaks me up inside to see that drug dealer being the only one who looks out for them kids. The only one who gets through to him. But you tell me, he doesn't look after them, who does? The government? The police?
So you think it's possible that Tyree spent the day with Mr. Robbins?
Could be. So sure bet he was with his friend Reggie. Ain't nothing that separates those two but the need to shut their eyes every night. You talk to him.
His own mother thinks he did it.
She didn't say that.
She stands by her family.
I suppose.
You see, some people stand by their family, and some people stand by their friends. And then there are other people who stand by complete strangers only to have their friends reamed out by their lieutenant.
Ray.
It's abandoned.
Well, if it's any consolation, things aren't going very smoothly at the consulate either.
Consolation would have been you buying a new pair of boots instead of me taking you to my cobbler.
Well, as I recall, it was you that insisted.
I thought you were the one who was apologizing.
No, right. I'm sorry.
Now, I'm going to go back to the crime scene and take a look around. You coming?
No, I think I'm going to go and talk to Reggie.
He probably won't talk to you.
Well, he may not have to, Ray.
Snap. Coming down court for 3.
Ah, yes.
Nice shot.
You're that mountain guy, right?
It's Mount T, actually.
And why they call you that?
Well, that's a long story. Would you like to play some one-on-one?
You lose.
I think that's very likely.
You're already down 2, baby.
Your friend Tyree is in trouble.
Man, everybody around here got trouble. You still trying to get him off.
Well, yes. You see, there's certain elements of the crime that don't make any sense. I don't think Tyree shot that young man.
Oh, yeah? And how you figure that?
To begin with, the shooter was left-handed.
You know, it's hard to prove something like that.
Well, that's true, but it's also my belief that the third shot was fired to provide blowback on Tyree's hand and arm, to make it appear that he was a shooter.
And why would somebody do that?
Well, friends protect one another, and I think he was covering for someone.
Hey, Mountie, if Tyree said he did something, then he did it. I mean, it's that simple. You know, when you live down here, sometimes you gotta shoot somebody in self-defense.
If it was self-defense, the man in the alley would have had a gun.
He had a gun.
How do you know that? Were you there?
No.
No, of course not. Because if you had been, then you would have had to protect your friend. Thanks for the game. Oh, you're hungry, are you? Well, perhaps you should learn how to use the stove. Just joking. Hello?
Whoa! Man, it's me, man. Put that gun away. Man, don't do that. Look, I bought you some chips, man. Jeez.
Mind if I join you?
Don't come any closer.
Hey, be cool, Tyree.
Reggie, go home.
Man, I ain't going nowhere.
You were waiting outside my apartment.
What if I was? Is it off limits? I ain't got a right to be in front of your building?
Were you there to visit Ms. Krezjapalov, Mr. Mustafi, or were you there to visit me?
Maybe I was.
Well, that's good. Because we still have a lot of things to talk about. For one thing, I don't understand why you're prepared to go to prison for a crime you didn't commit.
And don't try to get into my head. You and me, we ain't nothing alike.
It's 2-4. So you Canadian, huh?
That's right, son.
So that means you've been outside of Chicago.
Yes.
What's so different?
Not that much. We have all the same stars, just there's more of them.
So you grew up under the stars with the birds and weasels and wolves and trees and whatnot, huh?
There was an abundance of wildlife.
We got wildlife. They gunned down my daddy in front of me when I was 4.
My father was also killed.
You don't get over that.
No.
Life sucks, don't it?
What are you afraid of?
Nothing.
You're not afraid of death?
Are you?
Yes, very much.
Frazier, open up. It's me.
What is it, boy? Is Frazier in trouble?
You gonna tell me what's going on, Tyree?
Why don't you go home, Reggie? You got a game in the morning.
You too, I need you, man.
You don't need nothing. Look, you're gonna be golden, so why don't you just go on home? I got some talking to do with the Mountie, all right?
You're not going to the game? This game you practiced for all year? The game you love?
Well, it doesn't love me. In this neighborhood, who lives and who dies is all set at birth. Either you got the genes to hoop or you don't.
Okay. Good boy. We'll rest here. Okay? Maybe we won't rest here.
Reggie here, he's good enough. He's got a future. The rest of us, we'll flip burgers for a while. We'll sell drugs for a while. We'll keep busy until we piss somebody off or we just happen to end up in the wrong place at the wrong time, which happens too damn often. And somebody steps up with a gun and they make you dead.
Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have to use it. You proved that tonight.
See, they coming, man. Tyree, come on.
And
Ray, you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
Did you hear him? He's fine. What did you drag me all the way down here for?
It's probably just crying wolf.
All right. All right, good hustle. Get your man. All right, take up. Block him out.
Talent, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah! All right! Reggie! Double team my man down low, Reggie! Yeah, Reggie, where the team? Where the team, man? You're not impressing anybody. Yeah, Reggie! Flow! You hear me? Reggie! What's that? What was that? What's wrong with you?
Nothing, man.
Then I'll blow it! Play the game!
hell no, man. This is my ass that's on the line for you.
Look, I ain't ask you to do that, all right?
You didn't have to.
You were gonna kill that Mountie. Look, we can get out of this, all right? Both of us can.
This is out of our hands. You do what you're told, and I do what I'm told. There ain't nothing that happens around here, nothing that Lou doesn't want to happen. He wanted you free, and he wants the Mountie dead.
All right, so what happens if he wants you and me dead? Huh? We kill each other?
Hell, doing, Reggie.
Playing ball.
You play it better. You check that attitude. You don't want to screw this up.
Ray, excuse me. I'll be right back. Good afternoon, gentlemen. You wouldn't happen to have seen a fellow carrying a... Oh, dear.
Here we go. Come on, over here.
I'm impressed, Junior. I'm really impressed. That was a nice play.
Thanks.
Come on. Game's not over yet. Coming through. to do. You ain't do it.
We won, didn't we?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The Mountie, Junior, the Mountie.
Time wasn't right.
Hell yeah. Here's your chance. Time is right, Tyree.
Man, who's he hurting?
He been snooping around ever since the shooting.
He don't know nothing, Lou.
Actually, I do.
You hear that?
But you're not gonna shoot me.
Do it, now.
Tyree, stop.
Reggie, man, chill.
There's no reason.
Reggie, step
There's
back.
no reason. I did it.
Reggie, don't do this.
Tyree, it's over, man. It's over. I shot Taylor.
I know. Lou had taken you out for burgers after the practice, and the three of you split up. Taylor was waiting for Reggie in the alley. He fired first, but he missed. Then Reggie fired, resting his left arm on the wall. Taylor fell, and the gun went into the dirt, where he buried it. Tyree heard the shots. He ran back to help. He forced Reggie to give him the gun. Lou arrived. Then Tyree fired into the garbage can. He'd get blowback on his hand and his arm. And then Lou and Reggie ran, leaving you, Tyree, to take the blame.
He came at me, all right? I mean, I guess he figured that shoot me, he'd get his rag. It was self-defense. Tyree ain't do nothing.
Both of y'all fools. End it. Now.
Get him, man.
That's enough, Lou.
You're not gonna shoot him.
What you say?
You're not a killer.
Now. Let's make this right.
You're not gonna shoot either.
'Cause I'm not a killer.
No, I think you're an evil psychopath. But if you try, Detective Vecchio will blow your brains off. Out. Out. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. He will blow your brains out.
Give me the gun. I'll see what we can do for you downtown.
You better be straight, man. Reggie don't deserve to go down for this.
We know that.
I heard you was looking for these.
Yes, thank you.
Saw them in the streets. Looked valuable, so I took them in. This isn't a safe neighborhood.
Hey.
Hey!
Hello. Everybody gone?
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. Bad weather. Plane got off a little late in Toronto.
Hey, you can't change the weather.
Did y'all play today?
Yes, and he played very well.
Not well enough.
For what?
To play ball in college.
You and almost everybody else on this planet. So what else you gonna do?
Ain't nothing to do if not play ball.
You gotta put your other assets to work.
What other assets?
This kid got any other assets?
Well, apart from his loyalty, his integrity, and his brains, no, I don't think so.
What about my dash and good looks?
We're talking about assets, not drawbacks.
All right, Tyree, I spoke with the state's attorney, and she's considering dropping the charges. How you doing?
Isaiah, how you doing?
Yeah, I know who you are. Ray Vecchio.
So we gonna play today or what?
Oh, yeah, give me the ball. Let's go.
Mountie, right?
That's correct, Mr. Isaiah.
You know, I was wondering, since I'm in Toronto now.
Oh, we mount the horses. You play basketball?
High winds north and the sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
as a showcase of their predictive skill.
Amazing! I want some of that. Can you shoot me something like that?
The 32
Let's go for it!
the Scarlet, the Battle Lance, and the precision drills which culminated the Dome Warrior have inspired wonders since their inception in 1873.
Chicago's gonna love these guys. That is to the bone. Beautiful.
Symbol of a nation.
Okay, sweetheart, grab me some shots now. Boom, boom, boom. I want faces, lots of faces.
You don't think we need, say, an on-the-spot interview?
You're kidding? You mean one of those 70s let's talk about something we already know interviews? I don't think so. What America wants is inspiration, not chit-chat. America wants heroes.
What about that?
Shoot her!
Rolling. What about that fellow with the big ears?
Ross Perot?
No, I was talking Mickey Mouse.
Does Mickey have a red tunic? Does he have a battle lance? I think not. Let's go now. Hunks on horseback. Let's shoot it.
We have track clearance, so as soon as they're loaded, let me know.
Nothing quite like it, is there, son?
Oh, hi, Dad. I didn't know you were coming.
I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Stirs the blood.
You don't have blood. You're dead.
I got the memory of blood. Something beating in there. Oh, would you look? My old stablemate.
Looks good, doesn't he?
It's just a uniform.
Why don't you go say hello?
No, I wouldn't want to impose.
Well, you're dead. It's not really an imposition.
I don't know if I'd be able to.
You could give it a try.
Well, then, maybe I will.
Good luck.
Got it.
Yes.
Looks
Right up the
good.
nose, yes.
Step
Up
one,
close and
Constable.
personal.
Benton, did they issue you one of these yet?
Not yet, sir, no.
You're young. In a few years, that steel blade that you took in the leg, it'll start acting up, just like it did with me.
Try spending a week on the stakeout with him in Dead Horse Gulch.
Do you mind?
What's that?
Nothing, sir.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
The boys introduced me to a real eye-opener the other night. Moose hawk rolled in wild boar tongue, covered with gorgonzola cheese.
I'd like to try that sometime.
Don't be too hasty. It seems to follow you around for a while.
Why are you calling me, Benny?
You told me to, Ray.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. In fact, your exact words were, let me know how it goes.
You see, this is another thing that's wrong with you, Benny. When someone tells you to let them know how it goes, they don't mean that you should call them and let them know how it goes as it's going. What they mean is that you should let them know how it goes after it's all said and done. Do you understand?
Not entirely, no. How's Diefenbaker?
He's fine, Benny. Gotta go.
All right.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. We have the 2-3 possible straight, 2-3-7, no help there.
We will avoid specifics. We will speak only when we are spoken to. We will keep our responses short and to the point. We will maintain our postures, and above all, we will act naturally. Why are they staring at me?
I suspect they're terrified men.
The whole point of this exercise is to bring a new dynamism to our image. Look at them. They're stiffs. Make them do something, anything. They can break into song for all I care. They just can't sit there.
Into songs?
Yes. Make them sing.
Understood. Excuse me, may I, Thank you kindly. You're sure about this?
Yes.
Very well.
Well, I was born up north, a great slave, 1898, and I rode near all my life on a ranch near Devil's Gate. And I've seen this world about me bend and flip and change. Hey, it feels like rain. That's a thundercloud. Well, I've been called a coward, but I've seen 2 world wars, and I lost my son Virgil, a Korean reward, and my Lucy died last summer. You ask me if I cry, hell, I'll show you tears. They're all over this ground, falling from these blue Alberta skies.
We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call, well, it's only then we might pull in the rain.
Now to tell me I'm an old man, tell me I took my driver's license, this house ain't far behind. I said, jump back all you big suits, you got something wrong, 'cause I ain't gone.
Fraser, I was in the middle of a very
I
important...
apologize for interrupting, sir, but I believe something is amiss.
Well, I suppose that there is always room for improvement, but on the whole, I think we've got some promising voices.
No, it's not with the singers, sir. It's with the film crew.
The film crew?
If that is indeed what they are.
Okay. Let's do it.
We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call, well, it's only then I pull in the rain.
So I say to all you old men, don't let yourself get broke. If you think the world's gone crazy and it's scratching at your throat, time to dust off that old saddle, get it on a horse, kick up your spurs. We're gonna run like stink. We're gonna tear across these blue Alberta skies. I'm gonna ride forever. Ma'am. Ben, I didn't realize. Sorry. No.
Well, what do you suppose we do?
I'd like a moment to think about that.
Well, that's very helpful.
Sergeant Frobisher! Before you continue, may I have a word with you?
Friend or foe?
A friend, I assure you.
Where are you?
I'm right here, sir.
In the sink?
No, sir. To the rear.
Great Scott. Benton?
I'm relieved to see you're all right, sir.
It's a matter of opinion. What are you doing in my toilet?
Well, I come to debrief you, sir.
Is something wrong with the door?
We have a problem, sir. I believe that the men have all been gassed.
Oh, my God.
Yes. And furthermore, It's my belief that this train is no longer under our control.
Worse than I thought.
Yes, sir, and I thought it prudent to inform you.
Inform me? I've been living with it for a week.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, but I can't see how this relates to the terrorists.
Neither can I.
It is my belief that this train has been taken over by terrorists and that they have gassed the men into a stupor.
Well, that's a relief.
That's a relief?
How many terrorists?
Undetermined, sir.
Strategy?
Unformed. I thought I should first assess your status and then report back to our superior officer. In the meantime, I suggest you just continue with your current project.
Oh, yeah. Good luck, son. Benton, my arm is stuck. My arm is stuck in the hole. Give me some help, Constable. That's an order.
You sound like an old man.
I sound like a what?
An old man.
You say that I'm an old man. I'll tell you that.
How are you, Buck?
Just as I suspected. You've changed.
And she's looking real good, don't you think? I just love a woman in a uniform. And these particular uniforms are so darned arresting. I just thought to myself, hey, why not? Whoa!
Now, what is there about this situation that you can't believe? That I'm dead?
No. Absolutely not. I believe you there. But there is one thing that bothers me. I mean, you seem to be who you seem to be, but by the same token, then you do not seem to be who you do not seem to be. And that's a different story. There you are.
You want proof?
What?
You want proof?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's hear it.
Very well. On April 23rd, 1957, 60 miles north of Destruction Bay, two young men stood on a rope bridge which spanned a canyon. On the other side of that bridge, a young woman was being held in the clutches of a deviant. They had two cartridges between them and one rifle. They knew it was an impossible shot, but each one knew that whoever made that shot would secure the love of that woman. First man tried, he failed, and the second one tried, and he won the whole shooting match.
And we were very happy, Caroline and I.
Yeah, I know that. But the question is, these two men, through their long years of friendship, often talked about that impossible shot. And when they did, what did they call it?
The shot, you mean?
Yes, the shot.
Shot they call...
Sorry, your time is up.
No, come on.
Bob Fraser would have given me the answer in 1 second.
Well, I'm dead and it affects your memory.
Out now.
But, all right, it was called the Great Yukon Double Douglas Fir Telescoping Bank Shot.
My God. Bob Fraser. I did that. Oh. Does that always happen?
It's not important. Important thing is you're in quite a pickle, my friend. You got a train to stop.
Right you are.
How do you stop a train?
You put on the brakes.
Look, I am holding the bullet in Low Chicago in a $1,200 pot that keeps on growing. This better be good.
This is Constable Benton Fraser of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and I am reading a prepared text.
Am I some kind of god? Am I some kind of bad luck god or what? Hold on.
023, traveling on the Palliser line, is now hostage. Any attempt to board the train will result in the death of those on board.
Okay, you ready? Shoot.
Our demands are as follows. $10 million to be delivered by Detective First Grade Raymond Vecchio of the Chicago Police Department.
I'm out.
Unaccompanied to station siding number 33 on the Palliser line by 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be ever vigilant, America, for the enemy is already among us.
Oh, man, I'll see that 300. Raise you 100.
What do you humming about?
Nothing.
The new humming always means something.
Well, do you know how to operate a train?
Was counting on you.
I haven't the foggiest.
Oh, well. Can't be that hard. Must be some place where they put the coal.
Sir, we have a situation.
What do you got for me?
Nothing yet. We're running Vecchio's tape for a voice match, but that could take a while.
Get Harris at State. I want him online. And get the divisional guy from the NTSB down here now. Short, Phelps, McTavish inside. All right, gentlemen, here's our situation. Representatives from State and the NSC are meeting regarding the larger implications. Now, as I speak, 2 rapid response teams are flying in from Fort Bragg.
What, no B-52 squadron?
You have a problem with this, Detective?
You know, Ford, we all have our own style. Me, I get a headache. I don't take a chainsaw to it. I swallow a couple aspirin.
Vecchio, this is their field protocol.
Lieutenant, there are people on that train. Sure, they're Canadians, but they're still people, and we don't know what their situation is.
That's right, Detective. We can't talk to them, so we don't know. Therefore, we assume the situation has gone sour until we receive confirmation, one way or the other. You know, let's be clear about one thing, all right? You are a conduit. You deliver the money. Nothing more. Do we understand each other?
I don't think that's possible.
I'm confused. What is a musical ride? I mean, some kind of theme park thing?
Oh, no. It's much more than that. It's 32 horses and riders moving as one. Perfect harmony between man and beast. The kaleidoscope of manes and tails and battle lances crisscrossing in a collage of synchronous movement. Takes your breath away. Hey, I was a kid. It haunted me.
As I go and up to sing a mountie on my back. Now then, in an effort to show you that my intentions are serious, I was thinking that this is a gesture you might appreciate. Now, this amuses me, you see. Superior officer, junior officer, boss, worker, the empowered, the unempowered. And look, they're even hugging each other. It's a beautiful thing, don't you think?
What do you hope to gain from this?
You couldn't possibly imagine. Well, maybe you can. Start by thinking, train. Now think, explosives. Now put them together. Train, explosives. If they move, shoot them.
We have confirmation. A Mountie showed up for lunch at a farmer's house. I'll get the money ready.
Get Vecchio in here.
Uh-huh.
What do you got there?
I found it. Found a break.
What makes you think it's a break?
It's written right on it, break.
Could be a ruse.
To what end?
Something criminal.
Are you insinuating that an entire design crew has deliberately mislabeled the key elements of a train?
It's possible.
I'm talking to a lunatic.
Now, you see, this is what's wrong with you, Buck. You discount everything but the probable. It's why you couldn't make that shot way back then.
Don't think that you can twist the knife. You know, that was springtime. I had my allergies. My eyes were cloudy.
Whatever helps you sleep.
This is the break, Bob. And I'm going to bring this train to a halt.
Wait.
What?
What are these?
Wires. Oh, my God.
They bypass the brakes.
We better get a hold of Benton. This train is a runaway.
This train is a runaway.
Yeah, and don't wait up.
The men aren't dead, are they, Fraser?
No, ma'am. As we passed through, the ride car detected the after odor of the Quixotoman root. It's found exclusively in the upper reaches of the Amazon basin. In its gaseous form, it's known as Quixotomanophyll. It's a paralytic. Its harmless, but the men won't regain consciousness for approximately 26 minutes.
Say no more. Excuse me.
How you doing? I'm with the police.
You are? And where are they?
Well, I'm it. I'm the police.
You are? Hey, do you like it, son? Does it pay well?
Yeah, it's fine. Do you have something called a mail poll?
Robert De Niro? That's who I based my whole character on. You met him?
Dated him.
De Niro?
He gave me a tattoo on my hip.
Very nice work, ma'am.
Thank you.
May I?
May you what?
Escada?
I beg your pardon?
That fragrance you're wearing.
No.
Cartier?
No.
Chanel?
Please.
I give up. What is the perfume you're wearing?
I'm not wearing anything, Fraser. I hate perfume.
All there? Perfect. Now find the old geezer and give him the heave-ho.
Allow me to debrief you. The enemy has bypassed the brake valve. In a nutshell, this train is a runaway.
Not only is it a runaway, sir, I think it's loaded with explosives.
That station back there, they took something off the mail pole.
Ransom.
Which leaves only one conclusion. The ransom was a cover. Their darker purpose is to drive this bomb into the heart of Chicago.
Do you have your gun?
Left it at the border.
Likewise.
Why don't you use my gun?
If we survive this, remind me to make some changes to official travel policy.
Stand clear.
Well, he's going to need some help.
No. It's my responsibility.
I'm glad you could join me.
It was my fault.
No, it wasn't.
Well, in a way it was.
Stay out of this.
How can I stay out of it? I am the senior officer on board this train. Fraser was on my immediate staff. He was my responsibility.
Well, she has a point, Buck.
He drove me crazy, that's no secret. But lately I had started to think. I mean, I had started to feel.
Great Scott, you don't think she...
Great Scott, you don't suppose that you're...
I'm confused, Sergeant. My feelings are very confused.
I see.
I see? What kind of counsel is that? Console her, for God's sake.
Inspector, there are times between men and women, when things grow, feelings. Well, enough said.
Enough said?
You're right, Sergeant. We've got a train to stop. We have to push on. You handle the men, I'll take the engine.
She really takes death in her stride, doesn't she?
You don't think that Benton is really dead, do you?
No. My guess is he's executing a plan to bring this crisis to an end.
You got any way to track these trains? Some kind of grid or a computer or something?
Oh, sure, they gave me a computer, but it's a useless piece of junk. There's nothing on it but fish. Little fish swimming around.
Well, they call that a screensaver.
Hey, you some kind of expert?
I can't find Brecht.
Forget about Brecht.
I love you, big lug.
I know. Now let's go set some charges and head back to the caboose. Huh? Yeah. Let's do it.
Ma'am!
Fraser!
Thank God you're all right.
I thought you were...
Dead? No, ma'am.
How did you...
Well, it's not important. What is important?
Not important. I grieved for you.
You did?
Briefly.
Understood. Red suits you. I've had some time to think about it, and it's my conclusion that given the nature of our situation and the threat that we pose, if we fail to stop this train, then the only logical course of action for the authorities will be to destroy it.
And everyone on board?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's madness.
Now put yourself in their position. Wouldn't you do the same?
You think I could be that cold-hearted?
Well, forgive me, ma'am, but I would have thought you more than up to the challenge.
Is that what you think of me?
I don't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset, Fraser.
It's just what I'm trying to say is...
Let's go. Fraser, I am upset. What makes you think we're so different? You graduated the first of your class, and so did I. You received medals for field work. So did I. You wear red serge. I wear red serge. The only difference between us is that you're a woman and I'm not.
I think you have that backward, ma'am.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
I'm not made of stone.
I'm very much aware of that.
Are you?
Yes.
You are?
I know you have a heart. And I think it beats just the same as mine.
You think it does?
Yes.
What about right now?
It's racing.
Out of control?
It's a runaway.
I'm not one to throw water on a decent fire, but something is afoot. The enemy is gathering in the caboose.
We were just
strategy session, I understand.
They've gone off the grid. It's not a jet, people. Find it. Find it!
Where the hell did it go?
Told you it was a useless piece of junk.
We got him back!
Where does this end up?
At a nuclear plant, but your train won't make it there because there's another one coming this way carrying spent fuel rods.
Why the hell would they divert fuel rods?
Yep. It's a trainload of radioactive uranium.
So if their train meets up with our train and our train's wired, oh my God, you got a car?
Yeah, I got a car.
Let's go.
We have a voice match.
Name, Bolt, Randall K., born Oregon 1953, ex-military demolitions expert. Dishonorably discharged in 1987 following an explosion at an officer's mess in Baden-Baden. Went underground stateside, resurfaced in a white supremacist group based out of Idaho called the Fathers of Confederation. He's been linked to a number of recent bombings and train derailments.
What's this? Safety measure. Emergency runoff shutoff.
Can we get our train on it?
Just gotta get to the switch.
All right. Follow me.
No.
Ma'am?
This is my detail. I'll go first. You'll follow me.
Boy, times change. On balance, I think for the better, but in my day, a woman wouldn't be allowed to.
Do you mind? You mean that you can... Great Scott.
Fellas, this is not a good time to ponder on one of death's mysteries. What happened to your hat?
Nothing.
Understood.
Ready? Go.
Well, howdy, gentlemen. Look, first of all, I want you to know that I have no quarrel with you personally. As a matter of fact, I really love that horsey thing you do, you know, it kind of turns me on. But the American government is an outlaw government because it is a government that has chosen to betray the sacred trust of its founding fathers. That betrayal cannot be tolerated. So that so-called government has to be punished, you see. So I have decided to take this opportunity to demonstrate a little trick I've been working on with this radio frequency transmitter. This train is bound for glory. Because this train is now a trigger mechanism for an imminent nuclear meltdown.
Priority, son.
Yes, sir.
Priority.
Buck, would you have a word with him?
Why me? He's your son.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm dead, and my advice has been growing stale lately. Go on, go ahead.
Benton, your mother married a good man.
Yes, she did.
I suppose in a way that your father and I were rivals, but in the end, we forged ahead. We overcame no matter what. What I mean is that between men and women there are things, between men and women there are things which arise. Feelings.
She's my superior officer, sir. That's all.
Well, enough said.
All done?
Yeah.
Back to business.
All right, we've got a fail-safe position at mile 31. The train enters the tunnel, we can pull the rails, hit it with everything we've got.
Wait. You're gonna blow up the train?
Would you rather we blow up Chicago?
Go!
Good timing. We could use some extra men.
Hey, look, we just jumped onto a speeding train. You think someone could say hello?
Hello, Ray. We're in a bit of a pickle.
You're telling me, and it's a dill. This train is on a collision course with a load of radioactive uranium. I'm talking major meltdown.
And we are heading south.
What do you mean, South, honey? I thought we were heading north.
Change of plan. What do you mean, change
Of plans.
Well, several changes of plan, actually. We are heading south to an ATV and a helicopter. And second, well, it turns out I'm kind of greedy, so you won't be coming along.
Just you and me now, Inspector Thatcher.
They got the Dragon Lady.
Let's get to work.
All right, priorities. 1, defuse the train. 2, stop the bomb.
Or we could defuse the bomb and then stop the train.
Exactly. Have I overlooked something?
What if we can't do either?
I found us a safety net. There's an emergency runoff shunt a couple of miles down line.
How do we pull the switch?
We won't have to. I got a man on it right now.
We'll be at the switch before we get there.
Our chariot awaits!
We have a train at 12 noon.
Range?
6.3 kilometers.
6.3 kilometers.
It's got to be something right in front of us.
6.1 kilometers.
6.1 kilometers.
Something obvious.
5.7 kilometers.
5.7 kilometers.
Where's your man on the shot?
Don't worry, he'll be there.
No, son, I don't think he will be. Give me that gun.
Sir?
You heard me. The gun. Stand back.
The great Yukon double Douglas fir telescoping bank shot.
Any bloody shot I can make. What end of this thing do you look through?
I haven't a clue. How about this?
Technology. Forget it.
So what are these numbers? Well, these indicate the hours, minutes, and seconds, which means this must indicate the
Speed of the train.
Right, so this will function as a monitor. If the train decelerates, it'll send a signal to the clapboard, which in turn will send a pulse to the explosives.
So we have to trick it into thinking that it's still moving.
Impossible angle.
No angle is impossible.
You were Bob Frazier, young Bob Frazier. Look at me now. My eyes are fading, my knees won't hold me up. But I've been passing wind for the past week.
Do you want me to tell you how I made that shot?
No.
Give me a wire.
Of course, if you feel you must, then go ahead.
Hurry up, start the fan.
Hit the brakes!
If it was me, son, I'd saddle a horse.
Where you going? Saddle a horse.
Where's he going?
Saddle a horse.
What about the men?
Well, if Benton's right, they should be coming to right about now.
We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call? Well, it's only then we might pull in the rain.
You didn't think you were going to take this ride by yourself, did you?
So happy.
Isn't that my old horse, Bucket? That was shot out from under me in Dry Gulch Canyon?
Yeah, I thought you'd like to see him again.
Oh, yes. Very thoughtful.
Did I congratulate you on that shot?
Yes, I hit the target.
Well, anyway, it ranks right up there with the great Yukon, double Douglas fir, telescoping bank shot.
Well, you realize, of course, that I knew that you were always the one she loved.
Oh, now you're saying you missed intentionally.
We were friends. No, we weren't. Yes, we
No,
were.
no.
Don't you tell me after 37 years together.
No.
Of course.
You told people I was your friend, but no, I wasn't.
You realize, Fraser, that what happened between us can never repeat itself. Unless, of course, the exact same circumstances were to repeat themselves.
By exact same circumstances, sir, you mean we would have to be aboard a train loaded with unconscious Mounties that have been taken over by terrorists and we're heading for a nuclear catastrophe?
Exactly.
Understood.
I know, big fella. But there are times between men and women when things come up. You know, feelings. Enough said.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
I haven't won a hand at cards in 2 weeks. My love life's in the toilet, and I can't buy a decent bust.
How is it new sunglasses will change your luck, Rick?
Well, I can only guess that the old ones had some mojo, because since I lost them, it's been downhill. What do you think? These look lucky to you?
Oh, very lucky. Would you excuse me for a second? Excuse me, ma'am! Taxi!
Where you going?
She dropped her rabbit.
So?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Fine automobile.
For $5, they gotta be worth a try, huh?
Get out of the way! Hey, come on,
Pardon me? What? Excuse me, sorry. That.
Bunny! Did you run all this way just to give her back?
Yes, ma'am. And you know, for future reference, you might want to fasten your handbag more securely.
Wow. That's just so nice.
Are you all right, ma'am? Very good.
No, I mean, maybe. Do you think maybe this could be a sign?
A sign of what?
Well, Bunny, she's my good luck charm, you know, and I don't know, a lot of people think I'm really weird because I have a good luck charm.
Well, you're not alone.
Hey, keep your pants on, you jerk! You're some kind of cop, aren't you? I think Bunny must have brought you to me for a reason.
Lady!
Look, tonight, come here. 2 o'clock at a liquor place called Canerico. Just don't tell anybody I told you, okay?
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I know.
Lady!
You can go now.
What was that all about?
I really don't know, Ray.
Well, I gotta tell you, these shades aren't the answer. 10 seconds after I put them on, I got hit by a bicycle messenger.
Don't throw them out. They may have brought you something interesting after all.
Police!
Come on, move. Get in there. Nice tip, Benny. Who'd the lady say she was?
She didn't. But I think I know where to look.
I'm sorry, boys. I don't remember.
How could you not remember?
She was here yesterday. She's about 5'3", a blonde, and was wearing a green coat.
A picture. It might help. I'm visually oriented.
Yeah, well, we didn't think to take her picture.
Oh, I wish I could help. Oh, would you boys like a coffee?
Yeah, coffee would be great.
Cream?
No.
Right, here you go, Ray. I'm afraid it's the best I can do.
What, are you kidding me? It's perfect.
No, it's not perfect. The angle of the line from the chin to the jawline.
I said it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember her.
Is there anything you can tell us about her?
Nothing. I never saw her before.
Look, did she say anything? Where she was from, where she was going? Maybe, you know, hair appointment, grandfather, anything?
No, not a word. Except tuna surprise and tea with lemon. Does that help?
No.
All right, look, if you see her again, give me a call.
Thank you kindly.
Boys, there was something peculiar about her money. Not like she kept them in her hat like you, but... Here. Here's a tip she left me. I don't know if it means anything or not, but you don't see bills folded like this very often.
No, you don't.
Well, you do if you know where to look.
You think it's likely she's an entertainer of this type, Ray?
Yeah, where else are you going to find dollar bills folded so they'll stay in a G-string? Thank you. Hey, Benny, you ever been in a place like this before?
Not that I recall, Ray, no.
Well, don't they have these places up in the Yukon?
Oh, sure they do. They're just all that common, that's all.
So what do you guys do for bachelor parties up there?
Well, look, the only one I've ever attended, Ray, a prize was awarded for the best impression of the mating call of a bull moose.
Yeah, don't tell me you won.
All right.
Huh?
Nothing.
I hope this isn't too embarrassing for you, Benny.
No, it's not embarrassing in the least, Ray.
Then how come you're not looking?
Well, I only saw the face of the woman we're tracking, and I don't believe I could recognize her by her other features. I'm sorry we're not being more successful, Ray. I may have to pick up with you again tomorrow. I have night duty at the consulate in an hour.
All right, this is the last one. We're in, we look, we're gone, all right? 2.
20.
Give me a receipt.
Receipt?
That's what I said, a receipt.
It's coming.
$10 a pop just to get in the door. Wonder why this place makes so much money.
Your receipt.
Thanks.
Have a good time.
Thank you kindly. What are you doing behind the cash?
Hey, Mr. Adult, how you doing? Oh, I was just filling in for Julia. You know, the baby's sick.
Get someone else to fill in. You're not a bouncer anymore. You're management.
You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Mr. Ordover. That's not gonna happen again.
Attaboy. Any trouble from Lipback tonight?
No, not at all. Nothing, not a thing. Go, everything was beautiful. Hey, I heard about the bus last night.
Well, that's a good man on that one.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Ordover, if there's anything, absolutely
Thanks, Bear.
anything I can
got a lot of ground to cover tonight.
You know, anything at all.
Hey. Keep up the good work, huh? Not here, Ray.
All right, I'll get you back to work and keep looking myself.
Ooh, nice uniform, soldier.
Actually, I'm not a soldier. I'm mounted.
I'll bet you are.
You know, Benny, you gotta let me borrow that uniform sometime. It's got a lot more juice than these glasses.
And now, gentlemen, the jewel in our crown, the goddess of love, Aphrodite.
Hey, Benny, isn't that?
Yes, it is, Ray.
Okay, you talk to her. She didn't see me. She saw you. Come on.
Ray, I really do have to get going. And perhaps I'll just try and schedule an appointment.
No, we gotta make contact now.
Good evening, Miss Aphrodite. I wonder if I could...
What are you doing here?
I would like to introduce you to a friend of mine.
No, I shouldn't have said anything to you before. Why don't you just leave me alone, okay?
She doesn't want to talk to you, Ray.
Oh, I don't care. She has to.
I'll give you all passes for another night. Everything will be all right. It's a temporary problem.
These things are useless.
Get out of here!
Benny, you're holding a rat.
Yes, I'm aware of that, Ray.
Now you're kissing it?
No, I'm smelling her breath, actually. Come on. There you go. All right, off you go. You have nothing to be afraid of. Well, that may not be true in the larger scheme of things, but at least this ordeal is over. So, off you go. Toodaloo. Oh, hello.
I can't let anyone see me talking to you. Go to my apartment and let yourself in. Here's my spare key and my address. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Take it.
Very good. Constable Turnbull? Yes, it's Constable Fraser. Listen, I wonder if you'd be so kind as to stay on duty for approximately 20 minutes until my arrival. No, you won't get into trouble. I'm sure the Turnbull. Turnbull? Calm down. Now, you are just the messenger. She will not shoot you. Well, if she does, I'll admit I was wrong. All right, thank you kindly.
Hi.
Hello, Ida.
How do you know my name?
Saw it on the mailbox.
All right. Nobody followed you here, did they?
No.
Good. I figured they'd all be preoccupied at the club. I can't believe you tracked me. Who are you guys?
I'm Constable Benton Fraser, RCMP.
What?
Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And this is my friend, Detective Ray Vecchio.
Chicago PD. Oh, God. Look, I shouldn't have said anything to you guys yesterday, and I have nothing else to say now. So it was really nice to meet you, and I hope you have a good night.
You know, Ida.
Ida.
That crime that you tipped us off to? Well, that was pretty serious.
Yeah.
We just want to know a little more about it.
Well, like I said, I mean, I can't say anything else.
You know, as police, our job is to help you. Now, if you don't want to help us, we're going to have to slap you with a subpoena.
Oh, God, I'm such an idiot.
No, Ida, you're not. You were concerned about something. You acted responsibly. You have a good conscience.
She's a stripper.
Dancer. I don't think I like you very much.
You don't have to like me. You just have to talk to me.
You're worried about someone. A man. A man who smokes too much.
How did you know that?
Well, you don't smoke, and yet you have ashtrays stationed everywhere in your apartment. He also drinks rather more than you'd like. The indentation on the lacquer of this chest suggests that there was decanter here until recently. And then you became concerned and you removed the liquor so there'd be less temptation, but it didn't work, did it?
No.
You wish he would stop doing what he's doing and let you take care of him.
Yeah. You got all that from just looking around my apartment?
Yes.
Wow.
Who's the guy?
Not talking to you.
Ask her who the guy is.
She's not going to betray him, Ray.
Tell her she has no choice.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he's here. He's here. Quick, get in the closet.
Right you are.
I am not getting in the closet.
No, he can't find you here. It'll ruin everything you...
I am not getting in the closet. I'm going to stand right here till he comes upstairs and we're going to have a little chat.
Ray, please get in the closet.
Benny, get out of the closet.
Ray, get in the closet.
I am not getting in the closet.
Ray, if you don't get in the closet, you'll lose your source.
What a night. Can you believe it, babe? These rats right in the damn club.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I had to get out of there. I closed the place down. I called the exterminator. This is getting serious, babe. I need a drink.
Baby, you've been drinking all
Hey,
day.
I don't have enough grief already. I mean, how am I going to get through this, baby, if you're going to give it to me, too?
Baby, you've been acting so tense lately. Come on, you can talk to me.
You don't understand, baby. Business is business. You don't need to know. You don't want to know.
I want to know. He's conked. Let's get out of here.
Are you guys all right?
We're fine. No, we're not all right.
Thank you so much for doing this. Just tiptoe out, okay?
Not until you tell me who that guy is.
That's Barry Pappas, my boyfriend, although I'm starting to wonder why.
Barry Pappas? Didn't he used to be a fighter?
That's right.
I lost money on that guy.
Shut up.
Shh.
I can do it. Just give me a shot.
Who's he talking to?
Oh, I didn't want you to hear this.
Tomorrow, I'll fix him for you.
So this is how you knew about the liquor truck?
I'll burn it to the ground.
I'm not going to wake him up and ask him.
All right, fine, I will.
No.
Probably won't have to. He's in a 4th stage REM trance, enhanced by the effects of alcohol.
Well, what's that mean?
Means he's talking in his sleep.
Oh, you could have just said so.
Barry, talk to me. What are you going to burn?
What you said.
What did I say?
Warehouse. 3rd and Green, midnight. You're gonna let me do it, right?
Yeah, we're going to let you do it. Just tell us whose warehouse are you going to burn? Barry. Barry. Barry.
Oh, baby, you're the best. You're the best, baby.
All right, are you satisfied?
No, I am not satisfied. Now, what I need from you is to get a tape recorder and record everything he says. Do you hear me?
Yeah, well, Barry's all I got, and I'm doing everything I can to keep him out of trouble. Now, you want to put him in jail, and I'm not going to have anybody.
Will you shut up and just get me out of this?
Ma'am, do you think you could...
Not till he apologizes.
I apologize to her.
Ray.
Come here, baby.
Okay, I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry.
Fine. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Here you go.
Thank you, kindly.
All right. I'll make sure you call me.
You know, Ida, I think there probably is a good man waiting out there for you somewhere. One more worthy of your affection. And possibly one who could stay awake.
Shut up.
Sorry. Good night.
Good night.
Turnbull.
I sent him home, Constable, over 2 hours ago. Would you care to tell me where you've been?
Well, I've been in a closet, ma'am.
Any particular closet?
An exotic dancer's closet.
Well, that's your business, of course.
Well, I don't think you understand, ma'am. I was in the closet with Detective Vecchio.
I think that's all I care to hear about it, Constable. Perhaps you'll take the assignment I'm about to give you as an opportunity to reflect on the importance of punctuality.
Here's everything I could find on Mount Olympus, Ray. There've been some disturbances there recently with their plumbing and electricity and then the rats last night, but they haven't filed any complaints.
Thanks, Lane.
You got a lawyer or not? What's the deal? Huey, nice work on that B&E. It's got to be at least a 7.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
A 7 for a B&E? You gotta be kidding me. That can't be worth more than a 4.
4 for the bust. 3 for artistic interpretation.
Yeah, give me a break.
Vecchio.
Ray?
Close the door. Vecchio, what is this?
Expense report, sir.
$220 for strip clubs.
I had to go to a lot of them, sir.
Here I'm thinking you're out chasing a bomber, and you're going to strip joints. Vecchio, you were in no position to yank my chain.
With all due respect, sir, I wouldn't call a shot at taking down Mark Ordover yanking your chain.
Mark Ordover? My colleagues in the 14th and 22nd would love to take him down, Mark Ordover?
None other, sir. He's the bankroll behind the Mount Olympus Club, and I have reason to believe he's the man who ordered the bombing.
What have you got on him?
I spoke to one of his people. They're going to be burning down a warehouse.
He told you that?
I heard it right from his lips.
All right, detective. You got a full team at the warehouse.
Thank you, sir.
Vecchio.
Sir.
Stopping a possible mob war. That'd be a 10.
A 10, sir. Thank you.
Why stop it?
Stop what?
The mob, beating each other up. Let them take each other out. They're just doing our job for us.
Hey! Hey! It's me! Ida Banks from last night. Oh! Hello? Oh, I get it. You can't move, right? Or talk or nothing, huh? Maybe that ain't so bad, a guy who doesn't talk back. Anyway, I've been thinking about what you said, about how there's a good man out there for me. And then it hit me. You were talking about you. See, the thing is, Barry, he used to be the sweetest guy. I mean, when he was a bouncer, he was so shy he could hardly even watch me dance, and I like that, you know? But the last couple of months, ever since he got this job, and he was promoted assistant manager, he's been all different and stressy and drinking and talking in his sleep and telling me to shut up all the time, and I just want a guy who's gonna treat me nice, you know? So am I right or what? You know? You really are a gentleman. If you want to ask me out sometime, I just might say yes. I mean, that is, if Barry doesn't clean up his act, I mean. Anyway, I gotta get going. See you around, Mr. Mountie.
Oh, dear.
Here they come. Hold your positions.
You had any luck finding out who owns this place?
Yeah, it's a dummy corporation, which usually means mob money. I got a lane working on it right now. These things are pretty tough to crack.
We've got enough gas to burn down the whole block.
Let's get them.
Let's go.
You okay?
Yeah, just swing like this.
Sorry, Jack. Maybe you were right. We should have let them take each other out.
Don't shoot! Didn't do anything!
Maybe not.
Unbelievable.
What?
The police were at the warehouse, waiting for my guys.
Again? That's 2 times in a row.
Well, somebody must be talking.
Oh, no. No, not me.
If I find the leak, it is not going to be pretty.
Mr. Ordover, if there's anything I could do, anything.
There might be.
So what do you feel like, Benny? Chinese, Italian, barbecue, it's your call.
Barbecue.
All right, I know, great place for ribs.
No, Ray. The rat I examined, her breath, it had the scent of barbecue sauce and barbecue ribs on it. It was partially digested, of course, which is why it took me so long to place it.
So what does that mean?
Well, Mount Olympus doesn't offer ribs on his menu, so that's probably not where the rat got the food.
So the rats were imported?
Well, possibly. So if we can locate the source of the sauce, then we may be able to find the saboteur who released the rats into Mount Olympus.
All right, so let's recap. I got a guy who talks in his sleep and a stripper who's ripping your clothes off.
No, I didn't say she was trying to rip my clothes off. I said she merely slipped her hand. It's not important.
Vecchio.
Detective, it's me, Ida. Barry talked in his sleep again. It's bad this time. He's gonna kill someone. You dance because you love it, and then you dance to make money. And I don't mind the taking my clothes off part so much. I really don't. I mean, Isadora Duncan did say that clothes were dishonest anyway. And then you meet a guy, you think that he's the sweetest person in the whole world, and he ends up being a killer. Excuse me.
Ida, can we focus here?
Yeah, okay, I'm focused. I'm really focused. Can you get that teddy, please?
Ida, who did Barry say that he was going to kill?
Like he's gonna tell me. Okay, I'm gonna be better off without him.
No, you can't leave him.
Well, Ray, she has to do what she thinks is right.
Benny, you want to work with me here? Look, Ida, you said that you loved him, right?
Yeah, I did.
All right, now, Barry, he's been under a lot of pressure lately, and he's not at his best.
You're just saying that because you want me to keep telling you what he says in his sleep.
If that's what it's going to take to prevent a murder, yes.
Ida, can you think of anyone who would want to hurt Barry?
Someone wants to hurt Barry?
Ida, he's into some pretty serious stuff here.
Yeah, well, you talk to him because he won't listen to me anymore anyway.
Ma'am, you're Teddy.
You know, I'm still available. That is, if you still want to go out with me sometime.
Ida, I hope I didn't mislead you in any way.
No. See, the invitation, it's still good. That is, if you're a decent guy and not a crumb like Barry.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, Bunny and I have to go.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Little Tony's Rib Pit, the Rib Shack, Ribs O'Ronda, and Tickle My Ribs. I think you have all the ribs on the south side. Do you mind if I ask what's going on?
They're tasting them.
I can see that. I meant why.
If you don't want to know.
Try me.
All right, rat bread. I told you don't want to know.
Don't wolf it down. You're supposed to taste it. Now remember, we're looking for a combination of jalapeno peppers and Rockholm honey in a 1-to-4 ratio.
You know, Fraser, we've been at this all morning. Do you mind if we move on?
Well, you could help me.
I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna go shake Barry's peaches.
Well, he hasn't done anything right. And if we can find the right sauce, we'll have found a piece of the larger picture.
You want to know what the larger picture is? Me without a source. Now I gotta catch something for my troubles, even if it is a minnow like Barry.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is it.
The Kit Kat Corral? This ain't no minnow.
Well, howdy, partners.
Howdy.
Yeah, howdy to you too, partner. We're looking for Litvack.
Well, you moseyed into the right saloon, buckaroos. I'm Litvack. What's on your mind?
Tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, both brown and white, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and jalapeno peppers with Rockholm honey in a 1-to-4 combination.
You gonna bust me for my mother's rib recipe? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, how about 50 rats chasing away the customers at Mount Olympus?
Hey, pal, don't blame me. Maybe those rats were just looking for one of their own kind.
Yeah, and maybe you're not up to the competition.
Mark Cordova? Competition? Hell. You must be kidding.
Howdy, Shirley.
Hello, girl. See that? That's the real reason I love this business.
Mr. Litvack, I'd like to take a look in your kitchen, if you don't mind.
What for?
Evidence linking you to the rats?
Hey, kid. You don't seriously think that I could go down for rat food, do you?
No, but he does, and that's all that counts.
Come on with me to get you back here.
That's all that counts. The hell do you mean by that?
We want you to call a truce with Ordover.
Truce? Must be kidding. He'd only break it. That punk got the ethics of a rattlesnake.
Yeah, well, when he breaks it, you give me a call. Because if you get me something I can use on Ordover, maybe nobody has to know about the rats.
Fair enough, partner. Now, why don't you get along, little doggy? I have 75 candles to blow out tonight. Gotta conserve my breath.
Yeah, happy trails to you, partner.
Nelson.
Yes, Mr. Litvak.
I like that mounted look. But I could do without those two guys frickin' frack. Make sure that I don't see them anymore. Do you understand me?
This is the sauce. Ida? Is that you?
Oh, hi.
What are you doing here?
Making a living. They gave me a job. But I miss Barry.
Great. Well, not that you miss Barry, that maybe it's time for reconciliation.
I'm not going to get back together with Barry just so I can rat on him.
Well, not just so you can rat on him.
Don't you get it? I just want the old Barry back.
Well, if we don't find out who Barry's going to kill...
Ray, can I have a word with you? Excuse me.
We better talk to Welsh, put a 24-hour tail on this guy.
I think I'd like to try something else.
Excuse me. It's private club, pal.
Well, actually, I came to see you.
Me? I know you?
No. But I know you.
That's a good one. I ain't heard that one in a long time. That's what guys used to say when they wanted me to throw a fight.
But you never did you?
No. No. But I might as well have. Hey, listen, Red, if you're gonna stand there and talk, why don't you come over here and hold the bag so I don't cool down?
All right. You know, I stopped at the library on the way over. Looked up some old articles on your career. It was very promising for a while.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, right?
In the end, it seems you lost rather more than you won.
Listen, I fought my heart out every time.
You know, my friend Ray describes one of your fights. He bet a substantial amount of money on you.
If he wants his money back, tell him to forget it.
No, it's not about the money. What he describes is the third round. You'd hit your opponent with 3 solid hooks. His legs were rubbery, he was about to go down. All you needed was one more punch. Yet you didn't have the heart to throw that punch. Your opponent recovered. They knocked you out in the 4th.
Hey, well, if I had to do it over again, I'd throw this stupid punch.
But according to your record, you never did. And that's why people started calling you a loser.
Well, listen, I'm not a loser.
No, I know you're not. I know that. Particularly not to people who matter.
What's your point? Get to your point.
I'm a friend of Ida's. And we'll be at the 12th Street Grill at 7 o'clock. If you'd care to join us.
Hey, Barry, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, Mr. Ordover, I had to tell you, I've been having second thoughts.
Really?
Yeah, it's just that, well, I got some stuff to straighten out with Ida.
Wait a second, I thought that was over. I thought your mind was on the business at hand.
Well, it is, but believe me...
What's important to you? I mean, do you want to move up in the world? Or do you like the view from the bottom?
Well, I'm going to be someone.
Then think about what's best for Barry right now.
Yeah, but Ida,
No, Barry, you're not listening. Think about it.
I got a job for you, Leo.
Yeah, thanks, Elaine. Great work. Hey, Benny. Well, you were right about Litvak. He's the money behind the warehouse and that liquor dump.
Well, that's good. I thought you'd be here with Ida.
Oh, she'll be here. She just stopped home to change. How about Barry? Is he gonna come?
Well, I guess we'll know when he gets here.
You think he'd be a little more non-committal?
Well, I didn't put a gun to his head.
You know, Benny, you need a good luck charm. Something that'll give you a little more optimism.
I happen to think I'm very optimistic, Ray.
All right, then tell me that Barry's going to show. Did you feel it in your gut?
Well, I can't. Empirically, I don't know whether he's going to show.
See? No optimism.
All right. Excuse me. We'll have 4 menus, please. Satisfied?
Yeah, it's a start.
Thank you kindly.
She gets back to her apartment, goes to the John, that's 2 minutes.
She applies her makeup, that's an additional 10 minutes.
Changes her clothes, 5 or 6 more.
Something's wrong.
Let's go.
Pappas.
It's Ida.
Hey, baby. I was just thinking about you.
Well, don't.
Don't what?
Think about me. I'm not going to be meeting you at the diner at Barry, so don't bother showing up.
What do you mean?
Mr. Litvak offered to pay me twice as much money to dance than you ever did. He's a really nice guy, and he told me that he was going to introduce me to all kinds of guys who are really good looking and successful. So I'm sorry, Barry, but I officially don't want to see you anymore.
Wait a second. Ida, you're talking crazy. I love you.
I gotta go.
What is it, Barry? She dumped me. She's working for Litvak.
Women. They'll do this to you every time.
No, not Ida.
They see a greener pasture, they're gone. It's tough to know who your friends are sometimes.
Litvak, that son of a bitch. I'll show him. Mr. Ordover, you didn't get anybody else to do the job, did you?
Barry, look, forget about it. I know you're not feeling sure on this one.
I'll do it. When do you want me to do it?
They came out of the closet, Ray.
Well, look at them.
Oh, hang right. No. I can't find. The whole thing is really trying to
Negative. Private party, folks. Invitation only.
Hey, brother, your lights are on.
So, although Uncle Purvis did instruct me in the essence of escape maneuvers, I was never quite able to manage the art of dislocating my joints. Although they say that skill is actually hereditary, so I'm sorry about your sunglasses, Ray.
Well, at least they were good for something.
Those guys made me say terrible things to Barry.
Like what?
Like that I had to leave him for Shelley Litvak.
It's an interesting plan. I suggest we move quickly.
Invitations, please.
This is my invitation, pal.
Unless you have a warrant to go with that, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
I'm afraid your boss is in serious danger.
I find that hard to believe.
What are we going to do now?
Well, I'm sure it's not an insoluble problem, Ray.
What are you going to do, ask somebody for their invitation?
That's a good idea. Excuse me. I have reason to believe that the life of someone in that club is in danger. I wonder if I could use your invitation to gain entrance. Thank you kindly.
Hi, excuse me, there's somebody in there who's in danger. You think I could... Pardon me, there's a man who's in...
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a great big happy birthday to the kindest, the handsomest, the most honest man you'd ever want to meet, the king of the Kit Kat Corral, Mr. Shelley Rydam Cowboy Lickback!
Thank you, folks. Thank you. And thank you, honey. You said it just the way I wrote it. Mountie should look. What the hell are you doing here?
Don't do this, Barry.
He ruined my life, Fred. He took my Ida.
It was Ordover who had Ida kidnapped.
Yeah.
He forced her to make that call.
He's right.
He knew you'd be so angry that you'd try to kill Litvak for stealing your girl.
Right again.
Then where's Ida? Ida?
It's true, Barry. Everything you said is true.
Ida, you still love me?
Yes, with very few conditions. One of them is that you put down the gun, Barry.
The other? You give us everything you have on Mark Cordova.
Ida.
Barry. Oh, my Barry.
All right, folks. So much for the showdown. Let's start the hoedown.
You know, Benny, those glasses were driving me crazy. I think I'm done with this superstition thing. No more lucky pennies, no more magic pencils, no more chanting.
You chant, Ray?
Oh, not anymore. From now on, it's hard evidence and empirical logic.
It's a wise decision.
Excuse me. I was just at Ida's place. She found these on the floor and asked me to give them back to you.
Thank you.
If you ask me, though, you got such nice eyes. It's a shame to cover them up.
Really?
Yeah. Would you like to go out for a coffee or something?
I'd like that very much.
Yeah? Great. Great.
Oh, watch out for that crack. Bad luck.
Highwind's northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
This won't take long. The guy will tell the parole board he wants out. The arresting officer, that's me, will tell them that he's an animal. And then they'll put him back in for another year.
Well, if it's a foregone conclusion, why go through the exercise?
Because this is a democracy.
What's making you so edgy today?
What are you talking about edgy? That's me. I always got edge.
It's not every day you check your cell phone instead of your gun. Thank you kindly.
While incarcerated, my client, Mr. Carver, earned a PhD in chemistry. Oh, and a master's in mechanical engineering from Northwestern University.
This is one sick dude.
I'm sure he is.
You can tell he's bad news just by looking at him.
Well, actually, Ray, I think he seems presentable.
This program
How do you know it's bad news?
Because you said it was bad news.
Mr. Carver also helped to reorganize the prison library. Now, he gets full marks in every evaluation as a well-behaved model prisoner. Now, if the word rehabilitation does not apply to my client, then I think maybe we should just remove it from the dictionary.
Charles Carver is a vicious predator who should not be put back on the street.
Predator? His records show only one arrest and conviction for arson.
He's lived with a series of women.
Hardly a crime.
One of whom is missing and the other who is dead. Now, we've never nailed this turkey for any of those...
Excuse me, but Detective Vecchio is completely out of line. My client has never been accused of, never mind arrested, for any other crime.
Detective Vecchio, as the arresting officer, has spent time with this prisoner.
Which produced no further charges. Look, are we going to start incarcerating people based on groundless accusations?
I would like the chance to show Detective Vecchio that I've learned a great deal while in prison, and that he greatly underestimates this turkey.
thanks for driving me by here, Ray. Apparently there was a special request that someone from the Canadian consulate pay a visit.
To a building that hasn't been built yet?
That wasn't mentioned, no.
Who made the request?
I don't know. Perhaps there was some kind of miscommunication.
Vecchio. Yeah, all right, I'm all over it. Well, just got a call. Building up the street.
Inside. I'll make more tea.
Thank you, Kyle.
Hey, Maddie, what's going on?
Hey.
We got a call to this address on a 634.2?
Yeah, in the bathroom. Hi.
Hi. Excuse us. Ray, what exactly is a 634.2?
Turkey in the shower?
I didn't see it. It seemed like it sort of grabbed me, and I sort of freaked.
Understandably.
All right, Maddie. If you don't mind, we're going to have to ask you a few questions. Is there anybody in your life who's a practical joker?
No.
Any weirdos or creeps who have a crush on you?
The hours that I work, it's pretty much no guys.
Right. Well, Benny, I guess you're going to want to lick it.
Why's that, Ray?
See where it came from.
Well, it's obvious. It came from a supermarket. It's a standard frozen turkey, self-basting.
Yeah. Looks like we're not going to get any fingerprints on it.
I think that's unlikely.
No obvious signs of forced entry. You know, Maddie, I'm going to have a team come down and take a look around if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I get sent to this neighborhood by an inauthentic call. Coincidentally, you receive a call that sends you to a nearby apartment, which coincidentally belongs to an assistant state's attorney who attended a parole hearing, during which, coincidentally, you called the prisoner a turkey.
Carver.
So we can arrest him.
For what, assault with poultry?
Very heavy giblets.
Toy bus.
Line 28.
That's the Kenwood bus. Maddie, don't be alone today.
Thank you kindly.
It started with a young woman named Katie Banks. We found her body under a bridge. She'd been living with Carver. She bought him a car, a stereo, and a computer with her family money. And then he shacked up with a woman 15 years older. She ended up dead, but after putting Carver in her will.
And what was the cause of death?
Accidental. At least that's all we could show. This guy is cruel. He gets inside their heads.
So you think it's possible that he drove her to kill herself that made it look like an accident?
It's possible. Then within weeks, he found Helen Harris. Now, Miss Harris was willing to talk to us about the physical and psychological abuse, but she disappeared. And then we got lucky. The building burned down that he had an interest in, and I scoured the scene and I found a heel of a shoe that matched one that I found at his townhouse.
So he slipped up?
The only time. Now, we couldn't get him for what he did to those women, but we were able to put him away for a few years. He was furious, screaming it was a bum rap. It made him nuts that he got caught. Here's our bus.
Kenwood?
You got it.
Nice move.
What the?
Damn it! No break? Go! An accelerator! It's stuck! Everybody hang on!
All right, Ray, you know this area?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to find somewhere nice and soft to land in.
In the middle of the city?
I think Goose Down or Shaving Cream.
Shaving cream? You think somebody's gonna have a pile of shaving cream piled up somewhere in the middle of the
Ray,
city?
we're brainstorming. Do you have a city map?
There.
I got it here. E4.
All right, we're gonna be coming up into some serious traffic and then a dead end.
Yeah, I see it. Grandin Road. Okay, think Keach.
Sawdust.
Water. Lake Michigan.
Hold on!
do when we get to the lake. Keep going.
Okay, take your time. Easy. Watch the water. Easy. That's it. Lori?
Ray!
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Hey, Benny. I'd like you to meet my first partner, Lori Zahler.
Hi.
Geez, I haven't seen you since you quit the force.
Yeah, well, I pretty much stayed away from all the old places. The point was a calmer lifestyle, less excitement.
Do you ride this bus every day?
Every day.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Vecchio.
How did you do, Detective? Did you figure it out by yourself, or did you get help?
You've blown it this time.
Blown it? No, Detective. Blowing it is for next time.
Well, I'm not saying I won't accompany you, Ray. I mean, obviously, I am accompanying you. I'm just suggesting that you act with restraint, not out of pure emotion.
If I was acting out of pure emotion, I would just kill the guy. So anything you see short of that is a model of restraint.
I remember that.
Detective Vecchio.
Well, violating your parole within hours of being let out, how smart is that? Endangering the lives of 30 individuals and then calling up to take credit for it, how smart is that? And since you have to register with the parole officer and we're going to know where you are every minute of every day, how smart is that?
Ray.
What's he done to you?
He's tutoring me in chemistry.
Pure torture for some.
It's Avogadro's number, Ray. It's standard in any high school chemistry class.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian
Mounted Police. Yes, I know. I love the Mounties.
Well, thank you.
Don't be thanking him.
Sorry.
There must be some logical explanation for why you're going around on duty with a Chicago policeman.
Curious, possibly, but logical, no.
A refreshing openness. A quality local law enforcement is sorely lacking. I was arrested and convicted for a crime I didn't commit.
Well, there was physical evidence.
False evidence. Could I have been as stupid as they suggest?
You know, Mr. Carver, even the brightest light bulbs burn out.
Indeed. But is it not possible that your friend here crossed the line and framed an innocent man?
That's enough, Carver.
I hope so. And unless the Chicago Police Department has a problem with the teaching of high school science, Shannon and I have a great deal of material to get through.
Save it for someone who cares.
So we're raiding chemistry classes now, huh, Vecchio? Trying to combat this vicious epidemic of people trying to improve their minds in the city of Chicago.
That wasn't the purpose, sir.
Well, good. So there was a reason for you to upset this law-abiding North Side student.
This guy is dirty, Lieutenant. He's out of control. He's going to hurt somebody.
I think it's time to check around, see who is out of control.
All right, fine. Let's put a watch on him.
All right. I'll put a team on it. But you got to nail him for something a little more serious than giving too much homework.
Detective Vecchio's mobile office.
He available?
Yeah.
A full-bore Carver stakeout. I'm impressed, Detective.
Don't be.
This will make for a very solid Carver alibi, now won't it?
Depends on what you're planning.
You're in your car, aren't you, Detective? I'm surprised you let your timing get out of adjustment like that.
Make your move, pal. Let's get this over with tonight.
Good night socks, good night clocks.
Good night room and good night moon.
Yeah.
When you drive your car this morning, you'll find the timing improved.
When a couple of those belts and hoses were shot, so it just made sense to replace them. Basic stuff. Simple maintenance. You should keep on top of this, Detective.
not even going to say thank you?
Did you notice also the car had been detailed?
You can kiss your parole goodbye, Carver.
Is it against the law to do something nice for someone? Do you want the old hoses put back? And the timing made bad again? Do you like dirt on the car?
Constable Frazier, Frank Greco is visiting us from the state's attorney's office. He specializes in police officer-related misconduct. So he'd like to ask you a couple of questions about Detective Vecchio.
Detective Vecchio was a fine officer. I have never worked with better. You know how committed he is.
We all know how committed he is. That's what I need to learn more about.
Is that a problem?
He seems to be taking the Carver case very personally.
Well, Carver has made it very personal.
What's your assessment of Detective Vecchio's current frame of mind?
I'm sorry, Detective Vecchio is my colleague and my friend.
Yes?
As a consequence, I really can't participate in this.
That's your election.
Yes, I know. And I elect not to participate. Thank you. Have you seen Detective Vecchio?
Nope, haven't seen him, but feel free to have a seat at his desk.
Thank you.
What is it with you guys? Let that bozo slip right by you. What's that?
It was on your desk.
Put it down. No more games.
Ray, do you know anyone with a boat called Bookham?
Yeah, Will Kelly. He was here before Welsh, retired to fish up on the river.
He's my first supervisor.
Huey, call the sheriff up there. Let's go. Will Kelly was the best. Everybody looked up to him. He was like, I don't know, imagine your dad.
I understand.
For some reason, he thought I could do this job, that I could be really good at it. It's because of him I made detective when I did.
I've heard his name mentioned.
They still quote him today. A good cop is never wet and never hungry. Interrogation is a contact sport. And all suspects are guilty of something.
Let me write that down.
Detective Vecchio, Vince Corey.
Yeah, how you doing? Ben Frazier.
Hey, that's a smart color for hunting season. Wish I could get everybody else to take the same precautions.
Thank you. Where's Kelly?
Look, I've walked all around this area. Everything seems to be in order.
Where's his boat? It's a rough day to be on the water.
Sure is.
Kelly's boat, call for help.
And if the current brought this in, then upstream.
You got here at the right time, Constable.
Thank you.
It's a good thing you brought this fella along, Ray. He knew right where to look.
I'm sure Detective Vecchio would have made the same determination.
The engine just blew. There's been a spark in the fuel system.
Or a bomb.
A bomb?
Yeah, you remember Charles Carver? We took him down when you were my supervisor.
Yeah, we sent him up for...
arson, but we could have had him on those other charges, too. Fraud, possibly homicide.
Yeah, I certainly remember you felt that way, Ray.
Well, he's out on parole. He's going after anybody who had anything to do with this case. It seems he wants the world to think he was framed.
You had him, didn't you, Ray?
Hello?
Francesca Vecchio?
Oh, they're beautiful.
From Ray.
Ray remembered my birthday? You gotta be kidding.
Is there somewhere you'd like me to put these?
Sure.
Right here?
No, let me just grab a trivet. God, they're fabulous.
Well, he must know how lucky he is to have such a pretty girl.
No, Ray's my brother.
And then the flowers from your husband can't be far behind.
I'm not married.
So the little ones...
My sisters. I don't have kids.
Oh.
What a darling face.
Hey, darling.
You take her out for a breath of air?
Yeah, well, her mom's gonna take her down to see the clown by the lake if it doesn't get too cold.
Well, let's hope the weather holds. Bye now.
Say bye. Bye.
Trey, stop.
You gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be 100,000 of those in Chicago. Vecchio.
Ray, what got into you? That was so incredibly sweet.
What are you talking about?
The flowers you sent.
Trying to get everybody in. Ma, Maria, the kids were on their way.
Maria's out with the baby.
It's not people related to the bus that he's after. It's people related to me.
Don't miss that one. What's the best word, boys and girls? Oh, that's right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. It's a little doggy. You like the doggy? Look what I can do. Excuse me. Can I help you? Hey, pardon me? Excuse me. Hey! Sorry, huh? Julia! Hey! What are you looking for? Excuse me.
Stop that away from here!
Hey! What's that? Hey, hey!
All right, good. Phone works. Now listen, don't call me, all right? Ma, don't call me. I'll check in with you every hour, all right? All right. Be careful.
Bye.
You should be with them.
I can't leave work, Ray.
Well, you can't stay here either.
Welcome home, Benson. I hope you like lasagna. So, how was your day?
Fine, thank you.
Well, why don't you come over here and wash up? Right ahead. You know, it's gonna take me a while to get it just how you like it.
It's delicious.
You haven't tried it yet.
Mmm.
Really? You know, because I just think it's very important that we be honest with each other right from the start.
It's perfect.
Oh, good. You know, you're always honest. I know that. But you're always polite, too. So sometimes I can't know if you're being honest or, you know, you're being polite. If I babble too much, you have to tell me.
No. No, I mean, yes. Yes, I will. But no. Keep talking.
Okay. So, what are we gonna talk about tonight?
Anything you'd like.
When I'm with my friends, my girlfriends, we talk about, you know, skincare products and things like that. But,
That sounds interesting.
no. I read enough magazines to know that, you know, with each guy, you talk about what he's interested in.
I see.
So, how about that Iditarod, huh?
Which Iditarod?
Come on, Franny, pick up. Frazier, why don't you have a phone?
This is so nice. So different from home. I mean, we're halfway through dinner and you haven't even yelled once yet.
Well, no.
I could really get used to this politeness stuff. You know, sometimes I think it would actually be better if married people treated each other like strangers.
Well, that may be. But it doesn't follow, therefore, that strangers would be better off if they treated each other as if they were married.
I love it when you're logical.
You're pretty much gonna like anything I say, aren't you?
Anything. You know, Frage, since skincare products are an area that I'm familiar with, I did manage to get rid of that harsh, melty issue soap you were using.
I didn't realize it was harsh.
Oh, yeah. In our climate, that really dries out your skin.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you have to end up buying like 2 different kinds of moisturizers to compensate for the dryness and the pollution in the air. And then
I smell
you
something burning.
Oh my God, the Perzulin.
No, it's not that. Downstairs.
The elevator's stuck!
We'll have you out in a second.
I called it in.
Hey.
You're leaving town.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Okay, we found these and this, a sophisticated incendiary device.
Vecchio, it was a fire. Let arson handle it. What'd you find?
Everything you asked for.
And?
Well, when you read these old Carver files, it really seems that the prosecution's case was pretty thin. There was no record of any previous criminal activity. It was a very tenuous motive.
And yet the jury found him guilty.
Well, it all came down to that missing heel from Carver's shoe that Ray found at the scene. I mean, that and the intensity of Ray's testimony.
Now, Ray found the heel after the arson investigators had been over the scene?
Yes, but we were able to explain that because the investigators had been called away. I mean, they hadn't really completed their investigation. So it was possible that they could have missed it.
You don't sound entirely convinced.
He's your friend.
Yes.
You work with him?
Yes.
Oh, did you ever see him knock down a door without a warrant? Rough up a suspect a little too much?
Are you suggesting he stepped over the line?
I don't know, Benton. I just remember that he was so worked up over this case. At the time, it just seemed like a situation of someone going the extra mile. You know, real crackerjack police work.
Hey, Angie. Hi, Elaine. Are you here to see Ray? No.
Is this place all right? I wasn't sure when you said you wanted to talk.
No, it seems perfectly fine.
Good. You know, we could have a drink. Doesn't have to be just business.
No. Yes. I mean, well, actually, the fact of the matter is I do have some questions I'd like to ask you.
About Ray.
Yes, about Ray. You were Ray's partner when you left the force, weren't you?
I was sick of police work. The lousy hours, bad food, the scuzzy people that you meet.
Such as Charles Carver.
Yeah, he was one of the scuzziest.
And you left shortly after the Carver case, didn't you? Now, was that because of Carver or was it because of Ray?
Ray was pretty intense back then. That put a lot of people off, but I liked him. He really cared.
I mean, you cared as well, obviously. You were partners. You went back to the crime scene and found the heel that matched Carver's shoe.
Actually, I didn't. We had put in an 18-hour day. We were off the clock, and Kelly sent me home to crash. Ray went back to have one last look around.
So Ray was all alone when he found the heel?
Carver didn't just study chemistry and stir. Condition of parole, we have access to his living quarters. The guys found that.
Clippings of the cases you worked on. Page from your high school yearbook. Most likely to wind up behind bars. Oh, that's not you. That's Vincenzo.
Yeah, he's got a book on me, but that still doesn't explain why he's always one step ahead of us. He seems to know just what we're thinking and where we're going.
And yet we haven't revealed anything to him.
Maybe took my car. Vecchio.
I would have thought you would have figured out there was a bug in your car before this.
Carver.
Don't get off your game, detective. You'll make this too easy. And that won't be any fun at all.
Ask him how the heel on his shoe came loose.
The heel on my shoe wasn't loose.
He says it wasn't loose.
He heard the question.
There's another bug.
Lieutenant Kelly? Detective Huey. Helene Vespers?
Hi, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
Go on inside.
It has to have been close enough to the passenger compartment so he could have heard us.
Without being drowned out by the engine noise.
Is this another toy?
No, not just a toy. It's a 1971 Buick Riviera. It's my car.
Well, it's not your car, Ray. Your car's green.
Yeah, well, maybe he couldn't find a green one. It's still obvious. He's saying I'm going to have an accident.
Well, possibly, but look at the way this has been crushed, flattened almost, as though someone had stepped on it.
Right.
Well, very few accidents cause this, where a vehicle is flattened from the top. And there are a lot of accidents you could cause, but to cause this would be extremely difficult.
So what are you saying? He's not threatening an accident?
I don't know.
You know, Benny, puzzles and riddles, I was never good at any of this stuff.
What are you saying, Ray? You solve puzzles all the time.
Yeah, well, not like this. This is like those problems in school, you know, those logic problems where a train leaves Dayton at 2 p.m. traveling 60 miles an hour, and another train leaves Akron at 1 p.m. traveling at 40 miles an hour. At what time do they intersect? The only answer I ever could come up with was I don't care.
It's a fine answer. And you're doing fine, Ray.
No, I'm not doing fine. You know, he's wreaking havoc, he's blowing up bombs, he's lighting fires, and I'm not even this close to stopping him.
Ray, no one has been hurt.
Not yet. You know, it's like I'm playing this weird game and I don't even know the rules.
You're figuring them out.
Yeah. But he's got me completely figured out. I'm not up to this, Benny.
Vecchio, I need to see you. Alone. You know Frank Greco from the State's Attorney's Office?
How do you do?
And of course you know our friends from Internal Affairs. Frank investigates officer malfeasance.
I don't believe this.
Ray, this isn't easy for me.
This isn't about now, Detective. This is about 8 years ago. The original Charles Carver bust.
What about it?
It's looking bad, Vecchio. The shoe with the missing heel hadn't been worn without the heel, as it would have been if someone were running from the scene of a crime. So the heel was removed from the shoe when it was indoors. The evidence was planted.
You're just discovering this now?
We've been asking some questions that should have been asked then but weren't, in the rush to judgment. And we've been talking to some people that should have been talked to then but weren't.
Like who?
Other investigators, attorneys.
My ex-wife.
Look, don't you guys see what's happening here? He's doing this. He's got you focusing on the old case so that you're distracted and you're slowed down. We got to move on this thing now.
This time, Detective, we're not going to be rushed into making a mistake.
You see, Constable, when you're angling for the big one, you need determination and you need patience. Rare determination.
What about patience?
Patience wasn't his long suit. Look, you've got to understand, Carver was dirty.
Dirty enough so a policeman would want to plant evidence? The arson investigators had combed that scene.
They didn't look under every charred timber.
So the heel was hidden?
It wasn't that well hidden. Ray found it. And we sent away a very bad guy. More than that, nobody needs to know.
Detective Vecchio, you were still with your ex-wife at the time of Carver's arrest, huh?
Yeah.
She said she saw the heel, what turned out to be the heel of Carver's shoe, at your home.
She might have.
You had it at your home?
Look, I had it on my possession from the time I left that crime scene until I booked it in at the station.
And you stopped there right about lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
Something that you were in the habit of doing.
No.
Would you say you've done it often, occasionally, rarely?
I've never done it before. Look, me and my wife, we were having some problems, okay? Our marriage wasn't going too well. We had a fight that morning, and I just stopped home around lunchtime to smooth things over.
So is it fair to say, Detective Vecchio, that you were emotionally upset at the time?
Hey.
Hey.
Listen, is it going to be okay?
Well, at this point, we don't know.
I'm sorry, Ray. They were asking me questions. I had to tell them.
You did right.
Listen, I told them that I thought you were more committed to catching bad guys than anyone I knew on the force.
You told him that?
Yeah, I did. Shouldn't I have?
Well, it's not that. They think that maybe I was too committed. They think I planted evidence.
Yeah, the heel of the shoe.
Yeah.
Listen, Ray, God, every cop in the district wanted that squirrel off the streets. I mean, he was creepy. He was doing weird things. But, you know, it seemed like, you know, if you could do something that could get him off the street, that wasn't going to hurt anyone, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
What are you saying, Ange? Did I planted the heel?
Well, it's kind of weird, Ray. A guy that careful leaving a heel like that, and you're coming home carrying it in your pocket.
Do you really think I would do something like that?
I think you wanted him off the streets. I think you were right.
Take it easy, Ange.
Dave?
Another one? I'll call the consulate.
He won't be there.
Then I'll go by his place.
He won't be there either.
You know where he is?
No. I'm supposed to figure it out.
Hang in there, Benny. I'll have you untied in a second.
Stuck.
Your assessment.
Sucks.
That's valid. Listen, Ray, I've come to the conclusion that that heel was planted.
Not you too.
Yes. I mean, the arson investigators have been all over that scene.
Yeah, but not thoroughly.
Still, they should have seen it, since it wasn't entirely hidden in the debris.
How do you know it wasn't entirely hidden?
I was told. All suspects are guilty of something.
Kelly.
That's right. He was the one who sent your partner Lori home early. He was also the one who told you to go back for one last look around.
I wanted Carver so bad, I didn't question. Could have nailed him clean.
There was no evidence, Ray.
There's always evidence. I was new, Benny. I had it made detective. But I can nail him now. Found Helen Harris.
The woman Carver lived with, the one who disappeared?
Yeah.
I see.
You didn't find Helen Harris.
I found Helen Harris living in Maryland. She's ready to tell the whole crummy story about how you treated her and those other women.
She's lying.
I don't think so.
Whoever you spoke to wasn't Helen Harris.
5'6", brown hair, walks with a limp, says you're a reptile.
This is a setup. It's Kelly again, or Welsh, or Fraser here.
Sorry, pal. You shouldn't have let this one get away.
I did not let her get away.
You should have killed her.
I did kill her.
You don't know how happy I am to hear you say that.
Okay, well, you've heard it, so what?
What if he wasn't the only one to hear it?
What if Lieutenant Welsh heard it?
And what if Assistant State's Attorneys Carnes and Greco heard it? It's very good, Ray.
You're not the only one who knows how to plant a bug, Charlie. You really didn't expect me to play this game by your rules, did you?
You knew Carver wanted to hear you panic?
Yeah.
So you knew the car was bugged?
Absolutely.
Very clever, Ray.
Oh, thank you, Benny.
I just have one question.
What's that?
Well, I have to meet the trade minister who's coming in by train from Waukegan tonight. Now, if the train is traveling at, say, an average of 100 kilometers an hour...
62 miles per hour.
0.14. And if I'm traveling at 100 kilometers an hour, where would the most logical place for us to intersect be?
Who cares?
It's a fine answer.
wind's northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here, you wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going.